Alright, hello recording. So, we are talking all about angles in Unit 2. So the first thing is we need to know our notation. So if we see angle ABC, okay, that denotes that B is the vertex with the arms of A and C. So look in here, we have arm, so this would be A, our vertex is B, and then the other arm is C. Okay? A and C can be flipped around, but B has to be that vertex. If you see M in front of angle ABC, that means that it's the measure of angle ABC. Okay? So, in our angle addition postulate, if C is a point interior of AOB, so C is in the middle of AOB, then AOC, so this angle, okay, plus COB, which is this angle, added together equals that giant angle, the big one. This whole thing, AOB. Okay, so it tells us that AOC is 30 degrees. So AOC, 30 degrees. COB is 70 degrees. Okay, we want to know the total of AOB. So we just add together 30 plus 70 is the measure of angle AOB. 30 plus 70 is 100. So AOB is 100 degrees. Perfect. So if we look at all of these angles, okay, they're all around one point. Okay, that point, or all of those angles, add up to be a circle. If you think about if you're dribbling down the basketball court, okay, and you do a spin and dunk it, okay, that's called a 360 dunk, right? So it's 360 degrees. Alright, so for example, you want to find the value of x. Okay, so we have to add all of these angles and set it equal to 360. So we do 60 plus 80 plus 40 plus 70 plus x, all equals 360 degrees. Okay, so 60 plus 80 plus 40 plus 70. If you add that all together in your calculator, you should get 250 degrees. So we get 250 plus x equals 360. Well, now we solve it like a two-step. How do we get that 250 away? We subtract it because it's being added. So 360 minus 250, that means that x equals 110 degrees. Awesome. So, adjacent angles are two angles with a common side or arm. Okay, if the measure of angle ABC is 110, what is the value? So, look in here. We have angle A to B to C. That entire thing is 110 degrees. Okay, tells us that the two smaller ones, one of them's 45, the other one, Y, is Y. We don't know what it is. We have to find it. So, we would do Y plus 45, because those are our two smaller angles, equals the big one, which is 110. So, how do we get the plus 45 away? You subtract it. So, therefore, Y equals 65. Right. backside. Complementary angles. Okay. Complementary means at a 90-degree angle. Okay, that little box is 90 degrees. The type of lines that create it from last unit were perpendicular lines. They create a 90-degree angle. So if you see something that says perpendicular, that means it's 90 degrees. So it tells me that they are complementary angles, which means they add to 90 degrees. So 90 degrees is total. So we would do x plus 60 equals 90. We solve to get rid of that 60. We subtract. We get x is 30 degrees. Alright. Supplementary angles, also known as a straight angle or a linear pair. Okay, they add to 180 degrees. So we want to find the value of y. They create a straight line. So we do 130 plus y equals 180. We subtract 130. We get y equals 50 degrees. Awesome. Last one, vertical angles. So vertical angles are formed from two pairs of opposite rays. Okay. They only touch at the vertex. So angle 2 and angle 4 right here are one pair of vertical angles of that. And then angle 1 and angle 3 are another pair of vertical angles. So they only touch at the vertex. Their arms don't touch at all. Okay. Vertical angles are known as congruent. Okay, the symbol for congruent is like that. It just means that they're equal. Okay. So if I have that the measure of angle 3 is 115 degrees, okay, that means that the opposite vertical angle is also 115 degrees. So the measure of angle 1 is 115 degrees. Okay, the measure of angle 2 then, we look at this, these two angles form a straight line. So they add to 180. So we would do 115 plus the measure of angle 2 equals 180. Well, we subtract. And we get the measure of angle 2 equals 65 degrees. And that means that if the measure of angle 2 is 65 degrees, what's the measure of angle 4? Also 65 degrees. There we go. Bye recording.